Welcome to the latest edition of Millennial Boom with Diane Faith and Stanley Roberts, where almost no subject is off limits. Now, here are your hosts, Boomer Diane Faith and Millennial at Heart, Stanley Roberts.
One video is playing, and there it is. Yo!
It's been what, 2 weeks?
Two. Hello.
He didn't have coffee, I swear.
No coffee.
What's up, guys?
What's up?
Happy Sunday!
Is it Sunday?
Sunday, last day of July 31st.
That's it.
We're gonna head into August soon.
That means it's only like 100 days left for Christmas.
The countdown is on.
100?
The countdown is on to several things.
Yeah, Christmas is almost here.
I'm not counting down the Christmas.
Oh, wait,
yet.
let me do something real quick. Hold on. Oh, yeah, there we go.
What is happening? Why would you do that?
Because when you got your thing that time and you had...
Yeah, but mine was on the shirt, though. That just looks tacky.
It's new. And it was a gift from you for my birthday. And it's new, and I don't want to, as long as I keep this tag on, I can't get anything on it.
Okay.
So this is my...
I'm not sure if that's true, but okay.
It's true. Because I can't wear it like this. What's up, everybody? Hello, Alan and Catherine and Sherry and Gabriel and Restream. What's up?
What's up, guys?
So much going on. So little time. So much going on.
I feel like time just is like going by. Like, I can't believe it's already almost...
You know what? Time keeps on slipping into the future.
Who sings that?
I'm not saying that, I'm talking it.
Oh, who sings that? What? Hola, Maria.
Retro Mike, he got caught behaving badly again. Laugh out loud. So we're trying to beat the storm right now. Because if you guys didn't tune in and say we had the most epic monsoon ever.
I think that's since we've been here, right?
It's probably been the worst one.
Yeah.
It was pretty bad. And we missed it by like what?
Probably like 10 minutes.
10 minutes?
Yeah.
Because we went to Federal Pizza, which is by chance, let me put this away. In my opinion, one of the best pizzas in Arizona.
Yeah, it's very
pretty good.
It's very good, yeah.
And they have a deep dish, Detroit style pizza. Not bad.
No, not bad.
So we get there. Now she didn't want to go.
No, I don't want to.
She didn't want to go.
Yeah, because I'm like, okay, it's gonna start storming.
She didn't know. She didn't want to go.
I have homework to do.
I didn't want nothing to do. I was going to stay in the house. I'm like, no, we got to get out. Because if you don't get out, then your brain will rot. So we got out.
My brain will rot. That's a little extreme.
We got out and we drove there, and it was full. So we had a half an hour wait. But while we were waiting there, we saw a dust storm off in the distance. And we've seen dust storms, and they don't always make it here. But this dust storm sort of kind of made it here.
Along with some other stuff.
But then there was a changeover. And when it changed over, the whole world just came apart in a few minutes. Because you were sitting...
You were so exaggerating.
No, we were sitting outside.
It was not the whole world.
Okay, our little area.
It was Central Phoenix.
No, because I had people who reached out to me all the way from Moon Valley, which is far away.
Okay,
so,
which is like about 30 minutes
Which
away.
is northern Phoenix.
Yeah.
So it legit was a big one. It was like, it's a big one.
It was a lot, but let's just say the rain was going sideways.
It was,
and when the
it looked like a hurricane.
Yeah.
But you know how a hurricane, though, if you're from back east or you're from the east, you know where hurricanes hit on a regular basis. I've been in hurricanes. You know, you kind of prepare for a hurricane. You get a warning that hurricane...
Thelma.
Hurricane Thelma's coming. And she's going to show up, and we're all prepared. You tape your windows up, and you're ready for it. You're like, here comes a hurricane. I'm ready. But a monsoon ain't nothing like a hurricane. Well, except for the wind. It's more like hey, I'm here, and I'm about to tear everything up.
And then all of a sudden it stops, but then like the damage is done.
Well, I've seen pictures, that video of it so severe, and we haven't gotten that yet, where it actually severed palm trees in half, and the palm tree is flying. Not talking about a leaf. I'm talking a whole tree is flying across the air in the sky. Now, we're humans, you know that. I mean, we're not aliens.
We are?
Yeah, we know that. So, you know, we see things, but sometimes we react strangely. Like if you see your car rolling away, Some people will reach down and try to grab the car by the bumper and hold it back. But in reality, you can't, right?
You can't.
Yeah, you're not Superman.
No.
Right. And so imagine seeing a tree flying at you.
You're not going to try to catch it.
You'd be surprised.
No.
They're like, I can deflect this tree. Yeah, you can deflect it if they pull your brains off the side of the tree, but that's okay. So my recommendation is when you know one's coming and you know, if you pay attention, I follow the National Weather Service Phoenix Twitter account. They kind of give you a heads up. But we have something a little bit unique, and I have to spell it because if I say it, it'll just create all kind of havoc. But ALEXA, whew, we got past it, will alert us when there's an emergency weather incident. Now, if it alerts
in
us,
our area, yeah,
that means we are subject to whatever's about to happen. So, because Phoenix is 517 or 19 square miles.
Yeah.
It's huge.
Like
Maricopa County, the county alone is bigger than some states, at least 4 that I know of. So that's huge. So when you hear about a monsoon in Maricopa County, it could be 4 hours away. So it doesn't really affect you. But every now and then, we get a head-on collision. Mind-blowing decision. Because it's head-on collision.
Oh, gosh. Who sings that?
Stanley, why do people get so defensive about being corrected on poor grammar and spelling? I think it's not that they get defensive. I think it's because so many people do it.
So many people correct.
Yeah, everybody's a grammar major. And then those same people, I won't say Gabriel, will make a mistake and say it's okay.
Ooh.
You know, if you're going to correct people in grammar, then your grammar needs to be 100% on fleek. I know mine ain't on fleek. I mess up. I know I do. I mean,
yeah.
You mess up too.
I do. I do mess up.
Okay. Yeah, it's kind of like an Amber Alert, except for with ALEXA. It will give us, and yesterday we had like 5 to 9 different warnings all at the same time.
Yeah.
It was like, National Weather Service is saying that there's going to be a flash flood warning, thunderstorms, severe thunderstorms. And we've gotten thunderstorms that's so bad that we scared us so bad we dropped our phones. Because it's like, what the heck just happened? The whole house rattled. I wasn't going to do that. I wasn't falling for it.
I didn't do any. I didn't do it. I did it now, but I didn't do it originally.
Okay, just so you know.
I did that for another reason.
What, do I want to ramble?
No, something else.
What, something I missed?
Yeah.
But thanks for the shout out, I guess. I don't make grammar mistakes. I make typos. Whatever, Gabriel. It's fine. I accept your offer and I move on to the next
Your offer?
Yes. Oh, I missed a statement. Somebody asked what happened to people behaving badly. Oh, that's
Alan asked that.
I thought he knew that story already.
I feel like you tell this story about every
couple months.
Yeah.
I'm not going to do it this time. We will. I just got off the phone with a podcaster. She's a big audience. She wants to talk to me and do a podcast about everything that went down again. But this time it'll be hashed out. It won't be a short spurt. It'll be a marathon. So we will get to the.
What do you mean by a marathon?
In other words, she's going to ask me a lot of questions, and I'm going to answer them to the best of my ability.
Okay.
Okay. And then we will. If you want to do it, once I figure it out, you can tune in, and we can get to the bottom of everything. Because this story comes up every 3 months.
It's been already like 4 years.
And I'm running into more and more people who did not know what happened. They were following me on TV Man 1981, which was my YouTube account before he got nuked. Mm-hmm. And when they dropped the account, they just kind of wandered around endlessly. And some of them now are starting to find me, but they are finding me through osmosis because there was elements that were preventing people from even finding me because they were redirecting them in other areas. And that we're not going to go into it because it gets too. Anyway, we are about to branch out into something great and wonderful. And it's called Gotham SF.
Yes.
And it's going to be everything that I did before and more. So, hence the countdown.
The countdown?
The countdown.
Have we started the countdown yet?
We've kind of started the countdown because
we're moving back to the Bay.
We're waiting to sign a lease on someplace in the Bay.
That's true. I'm got a little excited.
There's been a lot of back and forth about trying to find a place, and a lot of things that went down while trying to find a place that makes you scratch your head. makes you scratch your head. Like things that you normally don't think that would happen.
Anon says, great and wonderful. Does it involve milk? I forgot all about that. Oh, sidetrack. Before he gets into what he's going to say about milk, I ended up getting 2 bottles. He got them for me, went to Whole Foods, finally picked them up. So I should be good to go probably for the next month.
And it cost a whole paycheck.
No, it didn't.
Oh, I had to sell Brooke to get, yeah.
Oh, whatever.
I had to sell my second-born because they wouldn't take the first-born because she was too far away.
We would not be selling Brooke for some milk. Come on.
Things that make you go,
Anyways.
So anyway, back to what we were saying before. So our experience with trying to find, my experience, I was coming back and forth trying to find housing. And normally you would think, hey, this is an easy task. You just find a house, you like it, you get it. But.
Oh, man. Your tone.
But we've had cases where people, once I showed up and then they figured out who I was or what I did or how I did it, miraculously the price went up overnight.
I don't think that's a miraculous thing.
I'm trying to keep a positive note. Everything's positive. And that's illegal. You can't do that, but I can't prove it.
Well, we can't prove it, but that's what it appears, and we'll just move on.
Anon said he saw it in Boston. This is my cousin from Boston.
Anon. Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Did you try it though, or
no,
did you just see it?
I saw milk.
No, I know. He said he saw it, but I wanted to know if you tried it.
He said I saw milk for the first time. He didn't say I tried milk for the first time.
I wanted to know if.
No, he didn't, because he would have said I tried milk for the first time.
What? You have too much energy right now. Relax.
Go Phillies. See?
Did I try? No. Okay.
I could have saved you 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, about 12 keystrokes.
Your preference is oat milk. But Anon, milk is oat milk. Milk has oat milk and almond milk. So they have an oat milk version.
They have oat milk and almond milk. And then they have, what the heck is the other one? Malcolm X milk.
That's oat and
Malcolm X milk.
Okay.
I am saying that, William.
Yes, William, yes. It did go up.
Yes, it went up, and it was out of our area of reach for budget-wise. So we decided to refrain from going that way. There are websites that advertise the rent and advertise the legal evidence. Yeah, I know, but I don't think this one fell under the markings because it wasn't listed online. It was a third party.
It wasn't listed online. It was told to us by.
It was a third party. Another case was we did a FaceTime, and in the process of doing a FaceTime, we tried to. Then all of a sudden, the phone dropped, and they couldn't FaceTime anymore. And all they could do was send us pictures, but then they looked like they didn't want to send us the pictures. And then the pictures they sent us were so obscure that they were not worthy of us trying to figure it out. And I'm not playing that game. So that was another one. And there's other stuff that we'll talk about, but I want to wait till I sign a lease before we get into anything deeper, because no need to compromise what I don't have over stuff that happened from other people. But let's just say there's some things that are questionable when we were trying to find places. And one of the things we wanted was to make sure that our confidentiality was kept in where we live for obvious reasons. So it is sketchy AF. And it wasn't, and if it was just me, you'd be like, well, maybe he's making it up. But I have a witness who was resident. It's interesting when you look, and some people did not know who I was, and I did not make an effort to tell them who I was. I just wanted to see, but you can tell that their reaction to meeting me was a little different. I wasn't the person they were expecting.
I don't like that. I think that's ridiculous. I think that's ridiculous. That's all I gotta say to that.
So I think they were trying to, I don't know if they were trying to price us out. I think they were maybe trying to make a little bit extra in some cases. In other cases, we just didn't fit into the neighborhood. So, I'm not here to, I'm not going to start throwing people's names out and putting people on blast, because that may give me a story to do later as we start to investigate things in the Bay Area. And there's a lot of stuff going on. As a matter of fact, I made a comment today because there was a new video posted about about another guy shoplifting at a Walgreens. Was it a Walgreens? Yes.
I don't remember.
It was a Walgreens. And then someone asked, why is this going on? And they asked us a simple question. Is this going on because their theory, which was, in my opinion, what do you call what I'm looking for? When you make up something that's not really true, but conspiracy theory. Mm-hmm. And I'm looking at my phone where I can tell you exactly what it is, what I said, because it was a comment and not a repost. So the comments get kind of buried sometimes. So let me look it up and tell you exactly how the conversation went. Hold on. Moving down.
I bet you can pull it up faster than
No, I bet you can't, because I'm really good at
you got a head start.
Yep, I already got a head start. All right. So, blah, 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 blah. Oh, here it is. Oh, yeah. I found it. Found it.
Me too.
Oh, what is it? Which one did I say?
No, I didn't find it.
I knew it. So, maybe I didn't find it. Maybe you might find it before me. Oh, no. I think I'm getting closer. Quote, tweet. Still
I've been speaking out about this type of behavior.
No. It was a comment. They were saying that they believe that people were doing this on purpose to make it bad in some neighborhoods so that you can get better rent in other neighborhoods.
Oh, was it a comment to that one?
Yeah. And I commented on that one, and I can't find it because it's so much. It was just something I posted. I'm sorry, guys. I'm kind of trying to stroll. I don't like to do this, but I know I should have prepared better.
Can you share screen on Restream or no?
I can, but I'm not going to. Yeah, you can.
Okay. Well, anyways, I can't find it either because I don't know exactly where it is. And I feel like you post on Twitter at least.
I have the moments where I post
every 30 minutes. Like, I'm like, I can't keep up. I'm sorry. I'm not that active.
I'll tell you why.
What's Control plus F? What's that? I'm scared to press that. Is that a trick, CJD?
Hi, Oblivion. Hold on. I'm still looking. Almost there. 4 quotes. I think it was a quote. 3.9 dark. Long results, way too long. Anyway, long story short, so the person was claiming that it was real estate.
Oh, find him page. Oh, that's right. Well, it's because he was looking on his phone, so he can't do Control F.
Hey, what's up, B. John? So what I wrote was that someone wrote that there could be somebody in real estate trying to suppress the neighborhood so they can get better rents in other neighborhoods or make another neighborhood better or lower the rents. Mm-hmm. It was a conspiracy theory type thing. And my response was, no, the reason why San Francisco is the way it is right now is pretty simple. And you commented about because you were talking about nutrition and how you change something and then like blood sugar.
Yeah.
So explain your blood sugar thing.
Well, you got to explain your part first too. Right?
Okay. So what I said was that, so what happened was there were some failed policies in San Francisco. They were failed policies. People thought they were failed. Mm-hmm. They may or may not have been failed, but they considered them to be failed policies. So as a result of the failed policies, a new group came in and decided that they wanted to fix the failed policies by creating their own policies, which also failed, creating a kind of a tsunami of failure where everything went downhill really fast. And then when COVID hit, it went to the WTF mode because now everything that was trying to be fixed got worse.
Yeah.
And nothing got, so that one thing tried to balance the other thing, and COVID hit, and you had the lockdown, and everything went crappy.
Yeah.
And so that's what I wrote. It's not anything to do with real estate, but it has to do with policies on different sides, all arguing over which policy is better. And by doing the policies and saying which one is better, they created a tsunami of what we have now. And it's not just in San Francisco. Keep in mind that this problem is in Philadelphia. If you go to Philadelphia,
it's in a lot of big cities,
if you go to Philadelphia, it almost looks like a duplicate of San Francisco, only spread out. Areas that I knew before that weren't like that are really like that right now. And then you have people that will argue and say that it's different political parties. But I don't deal with political parties. I don't like to do that because I don't do politics. I try to avoid politics because there's no winner in politics. I've learned that no matter what you say, you're going to piss somebody off. If I ran for office, all my friends may not be my friends in 3 weeks if I ran for office. Do you agree or disagree?
Depends.
Well, it depends because they have an idea of what they think I should do. And if I don't do what they think I should do and I find out that's something else I should do and it's not what they want, then all of a sudden, oh, why do we put you in office? We got to get rid of you. So policies, and you have this idea that this guy is going to be the savior of the world. But then when they get in there, they can't really, they're being, it's a boondoggle where you're being suppressed by other parties that have more power. They can't.
So let's say you just don't have as much control as you.
And you think you do, but people think that once you get in there, you're going to control the world. That's not necessarily true. Now I missed a bunch of stuff. California way to explain herd gas is over $7, and now it's down. Ours is way down now. Hold on, let me go back.
Yeah, our gas.
And right, you're right, B. John. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. And everybody is pointing fingers at who's at fault. But go ahead.
No, that's okay.
So yeah, our gases went down significantly.
It's only temporary though, until at least September.
All right, at least till September. So anyway, I got back to Boonies. Hey Boonies, what's happening?
Boomies.
Okay, Boonies, whatever. Thank you. Bad drivers call on dash cam. We know who that is. Hello. I don't know what that is. Cool. What's blah, blah, blah. Okay. So we have been back to what we're saying. So our countdown is what I said a long time ago, and I will say it again, but I don't have to because Gabriel is going to say it for me. Matter of fact, I made a prediction 6 months ago, and I said that I would be back in the Bay Area by a specific date, unless it happens sooner. And as of the way it is right now, we will be back in the Bay Area by that specific date. Now, that specific date, Gabriel will announce it in a few more seconds by posting it because he knows. Gabriel knows everything.
I don't think he knows everything.
Yeah, he knows. Well,
but he does. He
what's up, Tamika?
More. He probably knows more in relation to you.
Okay, so yes, by a date includes sooner September. By a date includes sooner September 1st. Mm-hmm. And he is pretty much on the money there. So we will be, now we're doing the put stuff in boxes, sweep behind the refrigerator,
clean behind the stove.
Clean behind the stove. Speaking about that, I gotta say something real quick.
Oh.
Because this is on my mind.
Oh no, I'm scared.
So yesterday, what time was it? Midnight, 12 o'clock.
The music?
Thumping. Boom.
Oh yeah. Boom. No, but that was like I feel like that was like that was the water thing.
No, we're about to have another one.
Oh, that was the storm.
See the wind?
Oh yeah.
We better get another storm, guys.
I feel like that was most of yesterday evening where the people down below us were like blasting their music so loud. And so Stanley takes matters into his own hands.
Well, I decided.
Well, not necessarily, but
I decided I didn't go downstairs and knock on the door like I would normally do, with the 12 gauge and go, hey, what did that notice to? But I decided to do something which we were told to do. We have quiet time. Our quiet time is between 9 a.m.
and 10
p.m. After that, it's quiet time.
Is it 9 a.m. or 8 a.m.?
I think it's 8, maybe 8 a.m.
Okay.
But it's quiet time. So in between 8, you can bang a gong and play your trombone and bang on the drums up until 10 o'clock. And then you have to be quiet, which I get because people need to sleep. But at about midnight on a Saturday night, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I could feel it because it was right below our guest room and I was doing homework and stuff and I could just feel the thumping. And I could hear it too.
Yeah. So I said, do you want me to go down there and knock on her door? Of course, the side effect of that could be, could be the interest. She said, no, wait. And then an hour later, it was still.
Yeah. And at this point, it was already 11 something. 11 something at night.
Yeah, so I finally made a phone call to our patrol. And I said, hi, I don't want to give you my name. I'm just going to tell you that I live the floor above and the guy below us has been super loud. Could you just go down and knock on the door? And actually, I didn't even say that at first. I just said, could someone go by and tell them to lower their music? That's all we're asking. Guy goes, oh, can you give me your name and where you are? And I said, I would prefer to not be contacted, and I prefer to not do that information because last time I did that, it didn't go well. Yo, no worries. We got Your personal privacy is important to us. Okay, thank you. I just want the news to go away so we can enjoy our evening before we go night-night. Before we go night-night.
Night-night.
About 20 minutes later, there's a knock on the door where this 6'7" burly guy with a bulletproof vest on, it says, "Stanley, did you call?"
I'm like, oh my gosh, seriously? And at this point, it's already midnight.
I didn't give my name.
It was already midnight.
Yeah,
too.
I didn't give my name.
So they know who lives in each apartment, clearly.
Clearly. Well, I mean, I never gave my name. And he just said, "Stanley." Like he knew me for my whole life. Like we just had dinner together and drank beer. Yeah, which one is it? I'm like, the information I gave over the phone wasn't enough information. I literally gave you guys a key to the door. And they still didn't know which one it was. So I was like, why? That's why people in real life don't want to call 911.
Because they don't want people to know that it was them that called.
They didn't care that they knew, but I didn't want that moment. I didn't want them to come to my door. I didn't want them to come. I just wanted
late.
I just wanted the music down. That's all I wanted. I don't, this is how stuff happens. Where you say, "Oh yeah, we just want you to be anonymous," and then they put out a big billboard and a helicopter. "Stanley Roberts, we're outside of your house, and we're going to tell you if you want to be quiet."
Well, that's not what happened, but that's what it seemed like by the fact that they knocked on the door.
Yeah, and she goes, and Vita said, "Of course they have caller ID though." Yeah, I don't have caller ID on my cell phone for obvious reasons. Mine just says incoming call. I don't do the whole. If it did, it would say IP freely, because that's my name on my phone.
No, it's the name that is under your mobile account.
Yeah, IP freely.
No, when your IP freely isn't what you pay your bill on, is it?
Yeah, I have an IP freely account.
No, don't.
Would you want 911? Well, I didn't call 911.
We called our security.
We called our security control
on site. Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. We didn't call a 911 operator. We did not. It's not. It
wasn't an emergency.
It wasn't an emergency. It wasn't.
But it was more of like a common courtesy, like, "Hey, turn your music down. It's past. Like it's quiet hours."
And I get it. 911 is made that even if you block your call, they still know it's you. So they triangulate.
Yeah, real plot twist. I was the person in the apartment below you.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, right, Gabriel.
You almost said something. I want to refrain from saying something. Oh, by the way, we want to thank you guys. We want to thank them because they've called us the funniest podcast out there right now.
Really?
Isn't that pretty cool?
We're the funniest podcast?
I mean, that means everything else is messed up.
That actually makes me laugh.
That means everything else is really messed up, but we're the funniest. But thank you. Woo! Anyway, what else is going on?
The wind outside is picking up.
We need pots. Okay, so we're only leaving Arizona with 10 things. The couch, the entertainment center, the desk,
our bed,
the futon, and the bed, and
our clothes.
And our, that's, I'm not counting clothes, that's a good. I'm talking about large objects. No refrigerators, and 2 cars. There's no washer and dryer. We're just taking but we're also leaving behind our pots.
And pans.
Because we need to buy new pots and pans religiously.
Yes. And that was really random.
Why? Because if they want to send us gifts, pots and pans, they know now. We're trying to find some really good ones that don't have the Teflon bottom. Because you tell them about why Teflon's bad. Okay, now that
what?
No, you took too long. I was about to move on.
What?
You took too long. I was about to move on.
Okay, well then move on.
No, go.
No, people can look that up.
No, Teflon is bad.
Teflon is bad. So is
What's up, Betty?
Stainless steel isn't as good as people think either. But cast iron is good.
No, stainless steel is never good for cooking. It's aluminum.
Yeah, I know.
Conduction of heat.
But some people do think that stainless steel is good.
Cast iron is good.
Cast iron is good.
Because it gives you has
iron in it, yeah. But it's not as good if you use vegetable oils. So when you do cook with cast iron, you should use like avocado oil, olive oil, lard, the healthy fats. No vegetable oils, because they will coat them with the vegetable oils, and vegetable oils are inflammatory.
I'm calling foul, illegal use.
Vegetable oils are inflammatory.
No, my question is, back when cast iron pots came out in the Western days, which is what they used, they didn't have avocado oil. They didn't even know what an avocado was.
Yeah, but back then they probably didn't have hydrogenated oils either, did they? Did they have hydrogenated oils back then?
I cleaned your cast iron pot. It was so dirty. Wait, who was at our house? That's somebody that was at our house. The only person that would know that our cast iron pot.
Well, you keep the cast iron pot dirty,
On
not
purpose.
me. Not me.
I keep it oiled, not dirty.
My mom cleaned it, but that can't.
Is that your mom?
No, that's not my mom.
Your mom is CJD?
No.
Oh, wait. That's your mom's initial.
No, it's not.
Your mom is a hacker.
That's not my mom.
Is it my sister? No, she hasn't been here. And you know what your Gotham venture will entail beyond what you're doing with People Behaving Badly. You mentioned that you'll be doing more. Well, the more part is we're going to be delving into some of the things that really need to be delved into. And there's some things out there that are going on that are like making me shake my head. And like,
they're making you go like this?
By the way, how is this going on? And Susan Diane Reynolds is working on her part, and she's the written side of it, multimedia journalism. So when I say more, it'll be video and people that look for, go into details for all the different stuff that we need. So in due time, we'll know. Bro, I'm just me, left out, just a viewer that like PBB. Nah,
he just knows that you keep your cast iron dirty.
That's not some random thing you come up with that I think the cast iron.
Apparently it's random.
He's trying to. What will Diane be doing in the Bay Area? She's still going to be actually right now. That is.
Where's that question at?
It's right here. That. We'll talk about that later.
Okay.
That's
TBD.
That's TBD.
That's TBD.
We don't want to reveal certain things.
Eventually, I'll be.
Are you referring to a spike in crime? I'm referring to a lot of things, not just crime. I never really did crime, but I think that may be something that needs to be looked into because, I did do crime. Yeah. I did crime, but not. I did. Never mind. Yeah, I'll be doing crime.
I said TBD, not CBD, V-John.
Yeah, she's gonna be.
He wrote CBD oil.
Yeah.
TBD.
She'll be doing a lot of telecommuting. Yeah, that's fair enough.
There you go.
So
that's fair enough.
Yeah, that's it. A lot of people who you think live where they think don't live where they are.
No, that's not what you're saying.
Yes.
A lot of people who work somewhere and don't.
No, that's not what I'm saying.
Oh.
Not what I'm saying. What I said was right. Don't correct me. Don't correct me. I was completely right when I said some people who you think where they are not.
Yes.
Some people who you think where they are not where they are. And I can't go into it because it will blow their cover hugely. But major players are not where you think they are. They're in like deserted places.
Do you know why I'm doing this?
Because you like that? And you're trying to make me lose weight by tickling my chin?
No. No one said anything about losing weight.
And my cousin from Boston.
Boston needs rain. Ooh, we got a lot yesterday.
We got
good. I don't know if it made a dent in the drought though, but we needed it.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this. Arizona is not. I hear thunder.
No.
Yeah,
it's probably the music downstairs.
No, they're mad again. They planted a line. So we need people like you addressing these various issues. But so now the issue is when I get there, we got to hit the ground rolling and try to start generating revenue as soon as possible. We can't be dilly-dallying. We need to get the ball rolling.
We need to get the.
Everybody who pitched in to try to get us where we are, it's finally coming down to it. Part of it was the reason why we weren't back sooner was contractual issues. We could not, and I would not. And the weirdest thing is in Arizona, you have to give a 60-day notice
for your living
to leave.
Yeah.
60 days. That's law in Arizona.
Yeah.
Which is ironic because in California and a lot of other states, it's only 30 days. So the two don't mix. And then, I got my fists together. So I'm like, ugh.
What are you doing?
Then
I feel like you're giving like a speech.
I am. And then there's the issue where we got emails asking us to tell them where we're going before we could find out where we're going.
Oh yeah, that's right. They were trying to have us list where our next place would be, so they could send us stuff.
Yep. Yes. Yes, Terrence. I'm going back to Cali. I'm going back to Cali. Everybody else is leaving.
I don't think so.
I feel like it's some unfinished business. I do.
I know a lot of people are actually leaving, like San Francisco, LA, New York, like all of the really big metro areas, and we're like, nah, we're coming back. I don't know. It's funny. Like someone in the comments earlier said, Arizona just doesn't seem like a nice place to live. That's really not what it is. You know, Arizona, I think, isn't for everyone. And not that I don't like Arizona. There are certain things that I do like, and then there are certain things I don't. That's the same thing with California as well. Some things I like and some things I don't. But I just know that California is where my heart is.
Oh, and remember, thumbs up if you like what you're watching. Also, we have, if you're on YouTube, there's a YouTube super chat where you can, dump a few $100 million in. If you want to.
Oh, wait, anybody from Illinois in the house?
Yeah, anybody
What city was that? Little Prairie?
Des Plaines.
Oh God, why did I say Little Prairie?
At the Speedway, my cousin.
Oh, yeah, anybody win the lottery? Anybody win that big Mega Million the other day?
So, yeah, anybody win it that's on here, we could hook us up so we can, hook us up.
Holla at us.
Holla at a player. Anyway, I love this shirt though. My goodness, this is like Philly straight up and down.
I should have wore a Giant shirt today.
No, you shouldn't. You got on don't get caught.
I got you on me.
That's right. And you know what's weird? So, thank you for saying that. Reminded me. So I have those shirts. We travel, and it has the Mr. Valley on it. People get so freaked out about it. Like, oh my God, I love that. Oh my God, I love your shirt.
I know, they're like, I love your shirt, and they're trying to figure out like what it is.
Yeah, I love your shirt. One guy's like, oh, I love it. Mr. Badley, the sewed in one.
Yeah.
That was by Greensboro, but you can find them on my Linktree page.
Okay.
So you can go on the Linktree page, look up Greensboro embroidery, and
so
you can find those.
Not this one. This one's different. Oh my God.
Jinx, you want me a soda?
You don't want a soda.
Yeah.
It'll raise your blood sugar.
How do you think that? I really don't think that's how the planes. Yeah, I don't know how it's
No,
pronounced.
it's definitely not Gabriel. I have no idea.
It's like when people say Lafayette.
Yeah.
Or
Albany.
Or,
oh wait, no, it's in Albany.
Or San Rafael. Oh, I hate when I hear people go, yeah, live in San Rafael. I'm like, where are you from?
I definitely think it's like, is it Des Plaines? I have no idea.
No, that's what tattoo says.
I said Des Plaines.
No, that's tattoo.
Tattoo?
Yeah, from Fantasy Island. Des Plaines.
Oh, I've never seen it before.
What kind of peanut? What kind of M&Ms did he like?
I've never seen it before.
Des Plaines.
I know that completely wrong song. Oh, CJD typed the wrong song. Your shirts combined.
Don't get Phillies.
Don't get Phillies. That's actually hilarious. Don't get Phillies. Or Phillies don't get, depending on how you're reading it.
But I can't see it, but on the back, she had it custom made.
There you go. Roberts, get it.
Yep, like I don't know who I am. So Roberts was a baseball player for the Phillies.
But no.
His number was number 7.
No.
And he played in the early 1800s.
1896 to be exact. Oh no, that was when he was born. My bad.
Okay, so Stanley, did you invent cart narcs? I did not invent cart narcs, as Gabriel will say, but the idea for cart narcs came from
you.
The segment I used to do about shopping carts, and the Woody Show followed me, and they were, we still follow each other, and so it kind of morphed from that. I never got credit for it. I didn't ask for credit. I'm glad they did it. I'm glad they make whatever they want for it. That's good for them. But so if you want to say I created it or I invented it, you might say if you can stretch that and make it maybe say that. But I mean, I didn't go in and say, hey guys, we should make a show called Cart Narcs. I never did that. But the idea came from people. Now, let's digress for a second. Because when I did People Behaving Badly, a lot of different shows morphed from that I had nothing to do with. There was a guy in Cincinnati.
It was Texas. The
Texas?
guy that got arrested for domestic violence.
Yeah.
I think it was Corpus Christi, Texas.
Yeah, thank you, Gabriel. I inspired it.
Yeah.
So yeah, there was a reporter in Corpus Christi who created a show
called People Behaving Badly. And it was so bad.
It was horrible.
It was horrible.
And I was like, dude, I called him up and said, dude, why'd you take the name? He goes, I ain't never heard of your show before. Bull crap. Because you literally follow me on social media.
Yeah.
And then he got
I love that bull crap.
And then he got arrested for domestic violence. And I said, okay, so first rule for making a show called People Behaving Badly is not getting arrested for behaving badly.
Who is Arcade Revolution? Arcade Revolution said, always wondered if Diane is related to you. Just didn't want to ask. I'm dead.
We're not answering that question.
I'm deceased. That's all I have to say.
She's my parasitic twin.
So I'm deceased.
People behaving horrible. Yeah. So, and there was another show that was People Behaving Badly, but it was radio version in, I think, Cincinnati somewhere. It was a radio version, and they basically
talked to a radio version of People Behaving Badly.
It was a radio version of it. And then there was another one where they did People Behaving Badly, but they only did it for people in court. They took court things and made it into a show. So, what's so funny?
Oh, I'm still laughing at that question that was asked.
Damn, spilling the beans of the news community, laugh out loud. So yeah, so it's not uncommon for people to take your idea and run with it and not give you any credit or claim that it's no different than the radio industry.
Happens in the music industry all the time. Khalees was just basically putting Beyonce on blast for her new album a few days ago. So, I mean, it really happens. Like, you can take a sample of a song, and if you don't ask permission, it's like, it's just common courtesy to ask permission if you can use something. And it's also common courtesy to ask him, the creator of People Behaving Badly, hey, can we use your name? Hey, can we copy your style? Like, it's up to him whether or not he says yes or no. But, like, it's common courtesy to ask if you can use something that someone has created, someone has made, or that is owned by someone, correct?
Yes. Yes, I agree 100%. And one thing that really bugs me is that copyright laws are there to protect the inventor, but they're rarely enforced by the U.S. government. So why even have copyright laws if we aren't going to enforce them? The only way you can enforce a copyright law is if you have a big-time attorney. Big-time attorney is going to charge you $500 to $1,000 an hour. The average person can't afford that. Mm-hmm. And Arcade Revolution, yes, I do know Ryan Quintana, very nice guy. I've known him for a long time.
Oh, yeah. I worked with him. He was great. He was on our assignment desk when I was working there. He's a good guy. And his wife is very nice, too.
Yes.
Erin. I remember her as well. Yeah.
And so yes, I do know Ryan. Yeah, I think we talked recently. Which brings me back to laws in general. Mm-hmm. So we have a tendency in the U.S. and probably other countries to enforce laws that we think should be enforced and ignore laws that we think that should not be enforced. And I can't tell you which laws to enforce. I can't tell you which ones not to enforce. But there is a slippery slope with ignoring laws because it's kind of like the broken window theory. So if you go by a neighborhood and you see a house with a broken window, you think, well, wait, that window's been broken, so nobody really cares. I'll just throw my trash out the window. Well, now there's a broken window and now there's trash. Someone drives by and says, oh, look, a broken window and trash. Maybe people don't care.
So then they just do that.
So then they toss something else out the window.
Yeah.
A beer can or a bottle.
You know where that happens a lot, right?
Oakland.
Well, not specifically Oakland, but I was going to say it happens in a lot of like lower income areas.
Well, I say Oakland because they had a billboard that said, I understand a piece of tissue flying out your window, but not a whole couch.
Okay, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh.
That was your whole billboard.
I'm not trying to laugh.
Because illegal dumping in Oakland was so bad. And he said,
and I think it still is.
It is, because Pearmain Street. Now, if you don't know where Pearmain Street is, it's in the same general vicinity of where I met Carlos Santana's band member, Marcus Malone.
Yeah.
Same general area. A little bit further, I think, but in the same generalized area. This street was notorious. And there's another one called G Street. Notorious for illegal dumping. It was so bad that it literally looked like someone had just, like there had been a big flood and everyone had just dumped everything out the house into the curb to clean the house out. But it wasn't just garbage. There were dead dogs that people were using for fighting.
Ugh, that's still a thing.
That's still a thing. And then they get done, they put them in a plastic bag and dump them out there.
Horrible.
And you know, because you smell the smell of dead maggots, rotting maggots, eating the flesh from the
Oh,
Yeah.
gross.
And so this is the stuff I have to go out and experience this when I'm doing these things. People think I just go out and point at people and say, look at you, how dare you do this, and point the finger at people. But I have to be around maggots and rotting garbage and food that's been thrown out. And one of my other pet peeves was how everybody was notorious for bringing food to the homeless, which I think that they need help. I'm not saying they don't need help. But around Thanksgiving, people who don't want food anymore, they eat a half a turkey.
Oh yeah, and then they give their
But then
leftovers.
20 people bring a half a turkey out to this one person. Yeah. The guy can't eat 20 turkeys. So what happens? It builds up and it starts creating issues with rodents.
Because the food's just left out on the street, right?
Flies,
yeah,
vermin, rats, mice. It's up on the street. When they cleaned out the homeless encampment outside of the library in San Francisco, they had to exterminate because there were rodents and all kind of stuff just all under this stuff, and they cleaned it out.
Do they have a lot of tents out there right now? Like in that area?
No, they cleaned it all out.
Oh, they cleaned it?
All gone.
Okay.
And another one that I used to do, let's talk about sideshows popping in good areas. What did you just say?
Oh, I just read this. Oh, so you're Aaron's cousin. Okay, cool. Well, very nice to meet you. Is the shirt with Design Diane?
Where's that shirt available?
Is this available to the public? I don't know, because remember you can scan on the back.
Oh yes, you know where that's at. You know where that's at. I know. Wait, I just remember where that was at. I remember where it was. That is on.
That hurt.
I
have a bonfire
right here.
By the way, I have a on the back you can scan.
I don't know if it'll work, but anyway.
Hold on, can they see it? If you can scan this, I'm not sure.
That goes to the old website.
Oh, it does.
But it doesn't go. No, Linktree.
Oh, so should I stay this way or should I turn around? Now? Okay.
Keep talking. I'm going to find the Linktree.
Okay.
Bump it up. So if you go here, you can find it's on Bonfire, and they have some shirts available there. You can buy these shirts. And if that's where they're located, but it's on Linktree. There's a whole bunch of stuff there. Please look at it.
Yeah, you can find options on his Linktree.
Yes.
I think we missed a lot of comments.
Oh no, we did, because I was too busy patting you on the back.
Anon said I have to see that billboard. I've never seen it before.
No, it was years ago.
Oh, so it's not up anymore.
Years ago. I mean, I could probably find it online.
Yeah.
But it literally was. It said, "I understand a piece of tissue flying to the car, but how about a whole couch?"
Mm-hmm.
And just so you know, you may not have seen these stories, but I've driven out to Antioch and some parts of Oakley where you would find chains tied around telephone poles or trees. No.
Oh, okay.
No. People would do is they would put garbage in the back of their truck and tie a chain around it. Pull up to a train on a dirty road, tie the chain around the tree, and drive away.
And just leave their trash
Leave
there?
all the garbage out. Refrigerators, washing machines, you name it, it was in the trash.
Don't they know that there are actual companies that will come and pick this stuff up?
Because the actual companies that come and pick it up will charge you an arm and a leg.
Oh, so it's always about money.
It's always about money.
So everything is kind of about money.
Yes.
That's really unfortunate.
I got stuck on a Caltrain due to a fatality. I thought you're going to scratch her back. It's getting, yes, I know it's getting bad. It's getting bad. And, I had a buddy of mine who was really deep into the illegal dumping and graffiti. And he's still doing that as far as I know. He called me and checked on me a while ago. Mm-hmm. And so he's in Oakland. And I'm sure at some point we'll link up and do stuff. But in the beginning, though, we're going to focus on San Francisco because right now, San Francisco has big issues. Big issues. They look like they're starting to be addressed. But you wonder, can they be addressed? Can they be fixed?
I also think it's hard because with San Francisco, people, like, things don't change overnight, right? So their DA was recalled, right? And then now they have a new DA, and some people just really aren't giving her a chance, right? Which is
they already want to recall her.
They want to recall her.
She got sworn in.
They want to recall her, and they want Chesa Boudin to come back. But it's you're not even giving a chance, which is unfortunate because there needs to be change because some people don't actually see the city as they're focused on only one thing, mass incarceration, right? They don't want to see mass incarceration. So they're blindsided by the one issue when they can't actually see that, like, the city is hurting.
I want to tell you this. The people that are out there right now robbing and stealing, especially ones that are attacking the Asian community, which they're attacking them. Some people think they're attacking them for race, but we talk to law enforcement about what's going on.
We had this discussion, yeah.
And there is a history of people thinking that they don't use traditional banks, even though they do. It's a rumor that they don't. And they carry large quantities of cash and large jewelry. And remember a while back in Millbrae, there was an epidemic of home invasion robberies. And the police came out and said, please don't leave your shoes out in front of your house because it tells people that you may be from Asian descent. And people don't realize that Asian descent it's Chinese, it's Filipino, it's Indian from India, it's Pakistan the same thing? Yes, same area. I don't know for sure.
Don't put me on the spot.
But Chinese, Japanese, so whatever it is, their culture says leave your shoes outside.
So,
huh?
Yes.
Okay, so yes, Pakistan. So all these people are from Asia. It's not just one particular group, but they don't know. These crooks don't know. They just know that this person may or may not have money. So they follow these people home. They rob them. They do what they can. And these people, unfortunately, pisses me off.
Well, here's the thing.
The bad part is most of them are African American. And that makes me upset because it looks bad.
Well,
and it makes all of us look bad.
So here's what we were discussing yesterday. People think that there's a specific... There have been a lot of talk about Black on Asian crime and the term of using Black on Asian crime. And being a person that's both Black and Asian, the situation bothers me completely. I will have to say, though, that when you point out someone's race for the mere fact that they committed a crime, as a journalist, that to me is unnecessary. To pinpoint a specific race just for a crime. Now, I feel like when you do that, you put everyone that is of that particular race, you basically give a generalization of them, right? So like, if you're gonna say, oh yeah, well, this person who was Black committed this crime on someone who's Asian, then there's the perception that if there's Black on Asian crime happening, that all Black people do not like Asian people, or if it's any kind of race. And I think that, and this is just my opinion, when you generalize people like that, you create even more of a gap between them than what is already there, if there's anything. And I think it's unfortunate because we live in a time now where we really need each other. We're going through a pandemic, this is COVID. People have not been able to see each other for a long period of time. We're going through a time where people do not have contact with other people. And so now you're having this crime taking place and then this divide taking place because of racial crime that's been focused on the race. And so now it's like you're dividing people even more.
Crime is crime is crime.
Crime is crime. But one of the things that I think that some people may misinterpret is that these people that are being targeted, yes, there is this idea that, Asians may not use the banks. They may carry a lot of cash. And we've been told this through like a sergeant from San Francisco told us that this is happening. Because unfortunately, my mom's house was ransacked. My mom is Filipino. But what I have to say is that it's not necessarily racial driven. It's economically driven. These people are being robbed. They're being attacked for money. They just so happen to be Asian because there's this generalization. There's this perception.
Again, generalization. We generalize that they all have money.
That all of them have money or all of them carry big amounts of cash. So when we create these generalizations, we end up actually hurting people.
Now, here's the crazy part. Since you brought it up, I'm going to go in a little bit deeper. So they kicked in your mom's back door.
Yes.
They went inside the house.
Yes.
There was a flat screen TV still in the box.
Yes.
They did not touch that.
Did not touch that.
There was jewelry.
Did not touch that.
They did not touch that. But they went into the toilet bowl and took the toilet paper roll off the rack.
Yep.
Because they found out that some people hide money in their toilet rolls.
They also opened the freezer and there was a lot of food on the ground from the freezer because there's also
perception that they hide money in their freezer.
Money in the freezer.
Now, here's another case. Let's get past your mom for a minute.
All of the papers were also ripped up because they were looking for cash. And none of the jewelry was touched, which was very odd. But there's that. If you're just looking for cash, guess that was their.
Now, here's where it gets a little bit even more interesting. So I did a story about car break-ins over in Sausalito overlooking the Golden Gate Bridge. And I talked to the U.S., and someplace they don't normally do, the United States Park Service, the ranger, let me talk to him about it. And he told me this. He said there was a couple that flew in from China. Mm-hmm. They flew in, they still had their luggage in their car. They rented a car. They were going to be here to buy a house. Apparently, in the back of their car, they got out of their car for, they said 30 seconds, but in real life it could have been longer. But they got out of their car and walked over to take a picture of the Golden Gate Bridge to show, look at us. We just came in from China. We are here, and they were going to come here and buy some property.
Yeah.
This blew my mind. I'm doing that because it really blew my mind.
Because I think I know what you're going to say too.
Their luggage was stolen.
And in that luggage,
$400,000 in cash and bearer bonds.
Yeah.
That they lost in an instant because they stopped at the Golden Gate Bridge to take a picture on the Sausalito side. They literally got out to take a picture and lost $400,000 in stuff. And this is from the ranger, not from me.
Yeah. Yeah, just like the sergeant was telling us that they've seen a rise in crime and a lot of Asians being targeted because there's that perception that they carry a lot of cash on them. And I don't necessarily know that to be true. That's what the sergeant told me. But if that's happening, then they're being targeted for the money, and so just happen to be Asian, right?
Right.
But here's the thing, though, is then you start grouping people and saying, well, all of them carry all of this cash, and Black people are the ones targeting them. And then when you say that, people make it sound like that only Black people are targeting Asians, and then you have Black people looking bad, right? You have Asian people looking bad because of the way that they handle their money, and they're being and they're making themselves look like targets when neither one of those are in fact true.
Someone wrote to me yesterday or this morning and told me that because I'm Black, I'm immediately associated with everybody else that's doing the robberies. And so that I need to go and tell these people doing the robberies to stop doing the robberies. As if I have some kind of magic potion where I can tell these criminals to stop committing crimes.
I can't.
They don't listen to me.
No, but the fact that someone actually told you that, thinking that you can actually control what other people do.
This is compounded with not only is there a robbery issue where they're robbing people for their money, but as William wrote, there is a lack and a shortage of law enforcement officers in some areas.
That's true, yeah.
So they can't keep up with it all. And as much as it's like trying to do traffic stops. And people go, well, how come they stop me? What about that guy? Well, there's one cop. He can't stop everybody. He can only stop some. Mm-hmm. And a lot of these cars, like I just posted a video the other day of a guy pistol whipped in Daly City, right on the border of San Francisco, Skyline Ride or whatever it was. So they literally did the robbery, stole his watch, a high-end watch, and they drove away in a Hellcat, which you think, oh my God, they're in a Hellcat, a red one. How hard would that be to find? Chances are the car is stolen. Mm-hmm. By the time they get done that robbery, the car is gone.
That's unfortunate.
Yep. You should never go up to someone that's breaking cars. They could always gun a gun or a weapon. Yeah, I would never recommend you interacting with someone who is doing any kind of crime. I mean, the best thing you do is be a good witness. But then some people don't want to be involved in the witness thing because of what I said earlier about the knock on the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
CJD, I feel you on that. My mom is Filipino also, and I also tell her to be very careful. And it scares me because I don't tell her to be to look out for like a specific person. I tell her just to look out for her surroundings and make sure she's okay, because I do think that we are living in a time where things are happening.
Yes.
And it's clear that there's crime happening and that, unfortunately there are targets, but at the same time, it makes me sad that I'm just gonna say it makes me sad to see what I'm seeing, and it's unfortunate. I think when it makes me feel bad when I hear this or see this happening. But like Stanley will just walk down the street, and someone will like start to grab their purse, or like you'll hear them lock their door when he's walking by. They won't do it when I walk by, but they'll do it when he walks by. And I can't help but think that people have that perception of him because of what they see is happening to other people. They see the crime, and they automatically group him into that same category when he's not even like that. And so when people say like, like we need to make sure that like we put the race out there to make it known that these groups are targeting these groups. When you do that, you put him in that group too. You put me in that group too, and we're not like that.
And I remember a story that when I worked with LAPD, I thought, hey, look.
Oh my gosh.
Look, I'm getting a call from Quick Trip.
They're calling us to let us know we won the lotto.
Oh, let's listen. Listen, want to hear it?
Okay, sure.
I know it's a spam.
Oh no.
Oh, you know what that is?
It's one of those crank calls.
No, it's one of those calls where they're calling Quick Trip on my behalf, and Quick Trip will answer. And I'm not doing that one.
But anyway, so getting back to what we were saying.
So this was when I was at LAPD, Newton Division. They called it Shoot Newton. And we would be listening to, I'd be in the car with police, and I was shooting the show LAPD, the TV series. I was not a cop. I did ride-alongs. I've been doing ride-alongs with cops since the 90s. And we would get a call out and says, beep, 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 report of an armed robbery, black man seen running, we give the address, 7-Eleven, black man seen running in an unknown direction. No other description, just a black man seen running in an unknown direction. Now, keep in mind, we're in South Central Los Angeles, Newton Division, number 13, that's the station. 90% of the people in that area where the robbery took place is going to be a black man going in an unknown direction.
So that doesn't help you narrow it down.
So, and then, this is where it gets interesting because the cop will stop someone who they think fits the description. And they'll say, well, why'd you stop me for? Because you fit the description.
The vague description.
So going back to what you said about me walking down the street, I've had people clutch their purses. I have people look at me scared because they're thinking, oh my God, is he coming my direction to rob me?
Yeah.
Now here's where it gets kind of murky. Imagine I'm walking down the street, someone coming my direction thinks I'm coming in their direction to rob them. They panic. Even though the panic is unfounded, because they see me and they know what they've seen and they've read and they've heard, they assume in their mind, this guy's going to rob me. I'm not going to let him rob me. I'm going to shoot him before he has a chance to rob me. And all I'm doing is walking down the street. It can happen. It has happened.
I know. And that's when that kind of language.
Okay, Arcade, we're going to miss you, man.
That's when that kind of language. Okay, Arcade, see you later. That's when that kind of language does more harm than it does good. And so I know that you were kind of getting into this like thing online where someone was saying that, you put it out there that language can be harmful and it can, or I'm sorry, am I saying the wrong
No,
word?
no, you said right. Just because it was interesting because I wrote a generalized statement. It was general. It was in general as a whole to people on the internet. Hey, be careful, choose your words. No, we want, and I didn't, maybe I should say, you don't get that many characters. Choose your words because words have impact. I never said to anybody. I never told anybody not to do anything. I just said, use your words carefully. Choose your words carefully, basically. And then somebody thought I was talking to them directly and decided to attack me and saying, how dare you? And then it wasn't just the person attacked me and said, how dare you tell me what to do? They kind of told other people that I told them not to do something, which I never even mentioned them. They inserted themselves into the conversation. That wasn't even part of them. It wasn't even directed in their direction. It wasn't directed to anybody. It was just a general statement about, and as a news journalist, AP style says you don't use, if you want to claim you're a journalist on any kind of platform, then you need to know the rules of it. Journalism isn't just writing something and then putting it out there. There are rules to being a journalist. And people don't think that journalism has a rule, but there are rules. There are styles. And AP, Associated Press, has a style book that they put out that teaches people how to be better journalists. There's also groups that teach people how to be investigative journalists so they don't get themselves sued, because more people are sued from being an investigative journalist. Some people say things online that is it palpable? That's what I'm looking for, maybe? Where they
give me the story. What are you trying?
Where they say something that is it's so libelous, but they don't realize that it's libel because people don't know that libel is when you say something in writing, when you write it, and slander is when you say something verbally. And it can be perceived in any way. If that person feels that what you said is libel, like if you say someone doesn't care about crime and that person is a public figure, that can be construed as libel. I'm not a lawyer. I don't play one on TV. But I could say I'm going to sue, and everybody can sue. Can you win? That's the question.
Well, I also think that also brings up another important part too, is like in my newsroom, we'll often have the conversations of whether or not we should use mugshots. Like that has to go through like a manager. We don't just put your mugshot, like you're accused of committing a crime, you've been arrested for one. We don't just put your mugshot on the air. We have the conversation of like, is this going to do any good to put this person's mugshot on the air? Because we've seen it before. You put someone's mugshot on because they've been arrested, when in actuality, they didn't commit the crime. They were just allegations and they were let go. So it has to be the conversation of whether or not this actually serves the public to put this person's mugshot on TV. Now, if they're still searching for this person and this is a past mugshot and they're a danger to society, yes.
So that reminds me, I'm glad you brought that up. It reminds me of news in general. And one of my biggest complaints about news a long time ago, when I brought it up in meetings, was what?
Putting out there like a for suspect description, like if you're going to name a rate.
No.
What?
You know how if you did something wrong.
Oh yeah, you said this before.
If you did, this used to be the way it was in news a while back, and it's gotten better. And being in the news business and having a chance to speak on it when I hear about it helps it a little bit. But a long time ago, if you did something wrong, you were black. But if you did something that was benefit to society, you were African American. So they said, oh yeah, this black guy killed 12 people. Okay, he was black. He killed 12 people, according to the news report. But he said, first African American appointed to this position. So now all of a sudden, this person is no longer black because they're doing something good. So now they're an African American. They're getting better now because I'm hearing it more different ways than it used to be. But that's how it was at one point. It was bad, black, African American was good.
You know what I think it is too? I think that unfortunately we work in industries where there's not as much diversity in newsrooms. And to be honest, the people that are higher up in, managerial positions don't actually know the difference between black and African American, or if there's a difference. Well, that conversation needs to be had in every single newsroom or every single, like a journalism class, because I don't think people understand. Same as people don't understand the difference between nationality and ethnicity. Like those
I get it wrong all the time.
Those things, like those are that's basic information that anybody that has big positions like that where they're putting stuff on mainstream media, you should know the answers to that. You should know the difference. You should know why you're using one over the other. You should know the difference between race, the difference between ethnicity, the difference between nationality. You should know those things.
And so they gotten around it though. Now they've gotten better. What they do now is they want to try to, and wait. Another thing that bugs me about news media as a whole is whenever a white cop shoots a black person, as opposed to it just being a shooting, it's a white cop shoots a black guy. Mm-hmm. And that's inflaming the fire.
It's the same thing as
that's right. It's the same. It's no different.
Yeah.
I finally the other day saw a report on the news which did it right. And it was in my opinion, it was a crazy shooting because a cop pulled over a guy for no seatbelt. I saw the video, and then the cop jumps out of his car. The guy is getting out of his car to go into the store. The cop says, hey, I need your driver's license and registration. So the guy turns around really fast to grab it out the car. The cop sees him turn around real fast and automatically assumes that he is going for a gun. And he shoots the guy. And the guy goes, why'd you shoot me? Why'd you jump in the car? Because you asked me for my driver's license and registration. Now, there were a bunch of issues on that one because, and this goes into with perception. So perception for the cop was he's jumping in the car really fast. And he did move pretty quickly to go into the car to grab whatever he's going to grab. So his perception was, I don't have time to wait for this guy to turn around and shoot me. So I'm going to shoot him first. The guy didn't die, by the way. He lived. And the officer was fired. because he used poor judgment according to his bosses. So, but then it goes back to another thing that I've been telling people for a long time, and it never gets out, is you hear a lot of shootings that happen sometimes with cops and some black people that happen, and you wonder, well, wait a minute, he was shot and he didn't have a weapon. So you're going, well, what triggered this whole thing?
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, this is probably not going to go well with a lot of people, but one of the things that bugs me is that I don't wear saggy pants. I just don't, because every time you have saggy pants, you have to do what?
You have to raise them up.
You have to pull them up.
And then when you try to pull them up, it also looks like you're reaching.
But the cops have been trained that if you reach for your waistband, there's a good chance you're reaching for a weapon or a gun. Mm-hmm. But when they have their saggy pants, they grab to pull them up, but they don't think, they're just looking to pull their pants up.
Yeah.
That's
a trigger for law enforcement then, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So it's and just like Anna said, here's a gripe with me. So I ran to people who said Hispanic, Latino, or Latinx.
Latinx. Yeah, I have too, actually.
And I've run to people who go, we're Hispanic. I said, hey, are you Hispanic? He says, that's a government name.
Yes, that's true. I've heard people that actually don't like being called Hispanic.
Yes.
And then there's some people, the Latinx is the most recent, and I've met someone who doesn't like the term Latinx either.
Hey, Trey.
So
at Huntsville, Alabama. Woo! Huntsville.
Oh, I love it.
Oh, make sure you guys are tuning. He's on YouTube, so great.
Don't forget to hit the thumbs up
button, everybody. Thumbs up. If you want to send cash, super chat.
Oh, I didn't realize Arcade asked some more questions.
Yeah, he did. So he asked me about but we finished with this one?
Yes, we're still in before I go, are you still in AZ? Yes, we're still in AZ.
Countdown though, we're leaving.
Countdown, we're coming back.
Going back to Cali.
Yeah, and he wants to know your thoughts on Elmo shirt guy. So if you want to address that later.
No, we're gonna address it next. We're about to wrap it up.
Okay.
We've been up here for almost an hour.
We got a little.
We got stuff to do.
Deep in that conversation.
We got too deep. It'll probably be replayed over and over again. It's fine. You're welcome to play it over again. And if you're on Twitter and you're wondering why I'm not responding to you, because you need to log into YouTube if you want to comment. I'm not reading Twitter right now. I cannot see your post. So there's a lot of people. Let me see if there's a lot of people on Twitter. I can see the numbers. I got to pay a bill before 9, so I really got to get off here because it's 9 o'clock.
Oh, it's 8:07. No, yeah. I don't think we're going to Trader Joe's anymore.
No. Yeah, no, huh? Well, we thought it was going to storm. Hold on, let me go to Pro. All right, so there it is right now.
You posted the wrong YouTube link on Twitter, so that might be the problem. That's what Gabriel said. Did you posted the wrong link on Twitter?
I don't think I did, but you know me, I screw up a lot.
No comment.
Let me see. No. Oh, you know what? It does. YouTube Productions. It's supposed to be Mr. Bailey Productions. Oh well, sorry guys. I'm
dead.
I always get it wrong. Even when I get it right, I get it wrong.
I wouldn't say always. I say some of the time you definitely do though.
That's why I need a producer to make sure I get it right because I got my head all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, we got to block. Yep, blocked.
Oh gosh.
Love chat XZ, you're blocked. Ugh, again.
Oh my gosh.
Here we go with that.
It actually took them longer this time though, because I feel like the last few times they've gotten in here like within 30 minutes of our starting. We've been on for a little over an hour.
So Elmo shirt guy, we got to wrap it up.
Okay.
So that was I think one of my interesting details ever. Mm-hmm. And it's funny because I did not know that dude was on TV before he ended up on our encounter.
What was he? Oh, he was in court, right?
Court TV.
Yeah, that's right. Was it court TV or like People's Court or something?
It was some court. I don't know what it was.
Court show.
But he was fighting his
ex-lover or something. Yeah.
So I didn't know the guy even existed, which made it even more interesting that he said he didn't want to be on camera, but yet he loved being on camera because what was the first thing he did? He ran to LA and got on camera.
Yeah, KTLA.
He was on camera before I even finished posting the video.
Yep. Well.
I'm like, dude, really on camera?
Yeah.
And then it ended up on Jimmy Kimmel.
Mm-hmm.
And so it was his 15 seconds of fame. But it was one of those moments where we would have been, you know how you say, I'm done, I got to go? But one more, he was the one more. And that was a gift that kept on giving.
It's still
giving.
Yeah, just to other people, because on TikTok.
Stanley, enjoy your week.
Enjoy your week, he probably meant.
Okay.
You too, Terrence. Oh yeah, your one job. You had one job. That is where you had one job to copy and paste the right link from your YouTube.
I'm a failure.
He had one job.
I'm a failure.
Did you just really type it out instead of copying and pasting it?
I always type it out. Keeps my, when I play piano.
That's the thing. You have to. You don't work hard. You work smart.
Here's what happened.
You work smart. You copy and paste.
Here's what happened. So I tried to
what
type in.
Happened was?
I really typed in youtube.com/TVman 1981, and I realized that doesn't work. I'm like, what am I doing? Why did that even come up? So then I went to type in Mr. Badley Production, but somehow I deleted Mr. Badley part because if you notice, there's I don't know. I just screwed up.
Oh, it's okay.
So anyway, back to Elmo.
Okay, my dear.
So yeah, so he was, and here's the strangest part about that video.
I'm Betty. I can't.
Here's the strangest part of that video. The video's been going on forever and ever and ever, but I get no credit. I've gotten no credit for it. It's always been, man, why you talk to that cop like that? Even the lady who did the sock puppet.
Yeah, I thought it was a cop he was talking to.
And had a video of the cop and the cameraman just standing there, and I was like, no, that was me talking. And people were posting it and getting 4 or 5 million views on it. I posted on TikTok. And it got taken down saying I was bullying, but yet someone else posted the exact same video and it got 3 million views. That was fine, but I couldn't do it myself because then that was bullying. And now here's something I didn't do that I never would have done. People don't know this, but he was actually arrested and charged with stealing a purse in San Mateo County.
Before that incident?
Nope, after.
Oh, okay.
And he was in a pursuit. He tried to run away from PD.
Was he in a pursuit in that same BMW? In
that same BMW and crashed it.
Wow.
I was sent a booking photo of him in San Mateo County Jail. I had every right to post that picture and say, look at him now.
Here's a follow-up.
He's in jail without no bail. I could have, but I didn't. You know why? Because violence precedes violence. And to me, it wasn't, I'd be no different than him if I took his mugshot and used it for my own benefit. What happened with him was a freak accident, a story that wasn't intended. And I literally took the video and sent it. All I did was put it on YouTube raw. I didn't edit it. I didn't do anything to it. I just jumped on me. Look what happened to me. Went home for the weekend. The next day, like Wednesday after that, dude, you were on Jimmy Kimmel. And then I got flown to New York, November 7th. I got flown to New York to be on 2020. And another mistake I made was that I was supposed to be on the radio for, what's the guy's name? JV. I was supposed to be on the radio with him. Yeah, with him in the morning. But the 2020 thing said, we need you here tonight. Can we get you on a plane? And what would you do? Radio or 2020 national coverage?
2020.
Yeah. So I wish I had them. I wish I could have stayed with. And then here's where it gets even stranger. Yeah, I guess I would be. Here's where it gets even stranger.
If your standards weren't so high?
If I didn't go by the rules.
Oh.
And I wrote that before. So here's where we end, because I got to end it here, is that I went to 2020 on my own time. I did not get paid by Kron to go to 2020 because they said that they're not going to pay me to go do a story about them. Even though it was a story about them, they would not pay me to go to 2020. So I got no pay for that day. It was on my own time.
Let me guess. Did they use you as a promo for that, though?
Wait, it gets better. When I got back, I got written up. When the story aired, I was written up. They wrote me up. They probably tore it up, but they wrote me up. You know what they said? I did not promote Kron enough when I was on the show. A show that I had nothing to do with. Now, keep in mind, I asked them for a Kron 4 shirt to wear so that I can be on the air and it says Kron 4. And I asked, they wouldn't pay me for that time. And they wrote me up because they said I did not, that it became about Stanley and not about Kron. because they yelled at Kron apparently in the video. You know what I'm talking about, the guy, Elmo shirt guy? He yelled at, apparently
Yeah,
yelled.
he said, yeah.
No, I'm saying that he was yelling at the station and not at me. So they should have got all the credit and I should have just been there.
No, he was yelling at you.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but every single time you talk about that place,
It makes you mad.
I can't help but have my blood boil. The only good thing that came from that place was
remember even when we did the thing with Carlos Santana and we were live on different channels in LA, and I came back and I said, hey, I did all these things to promote the station and be on the air. Can I put in for those dates? And their response was, no. That was your own time. You're not going to get paid to do stuff that promotes us on your own time.
It's okay. Let's not think about them anymore. Let's not think about them anymore.
So, I'm just saying, so, that's what happened. And there's nothing fake about it. It's 100% true.
On that note.
But on a positive note, we do think positively. Anything?
Please.
So we brought cookies, which you told me you don't want no cookies. But you haven't stopped eating cookies.
You're so random. I had one cookie.
The box is still spinning.
There's still cookies inside.
Yeah, but you ate more than one.
Not today. I had one today. I eat one. I do everything in moderation.
Okay. Anyway, so don't get caught misbehaving. Linktree, Mr. Badley TV. There's a bunch of links there. Feel free to go through them. And we really, really do appreciate you guys. And we thank you guys for telling us that we're one of the funniest podcasts you have seen. Which lowers the stat. I don't know why I'm belching right now.
You always belch during our podcast.
You know why? Because I suck in so much air in my excitement.
You know why? Because you don't digest your food properly.
I haven't eaten.
You just ate. We just ate
3 hours ago.
We ate 3 hours ago.
Right.
And I'm not belching.
Yeah, but
you eat too fast.
No, I breathe too fast.
You're not a parasympathetic state while eating.
You learned a new word 3 weeks ago and you won't stop.
I learned a new word 3 months ago during my digestion module.
You know who haven't been picking on me lately though? The radio station from Boston. Remember those guys? Mm-hmm. They used to pick on me every week.
Can we end on a positive note?
That's positive.
No, it's not.
A positive thing. My cousin from Boston.
Oh my gosh. Cron belch.
You know, people still ask me, hey, so when you come on, I've been watching Cron, I can't find you. Oh, I love the people who want to get me fired from Cron. Hey, you guys keep trying to get me fired from Cron. I appreciate it. Keep working on that. It might work one day. I might actually get fired.
4 years later.
Love you guys. Live stream. Keep it good. Thank you, CJ.
Thanks, CJ.
Who've been in our house and knew that my frying pan was dirty.
Your cast iron was dirty.
I think that's your mom. I swear.
It's not my mom.
Yeah, stop stalking us.
It's not my mom. My mom doesn't even know how to get on here.
Maybe she's a spy.
Whatever.
Maybe your mom's a spy.
Good night, Maria. Thanks for joining us.
Because I'm millennial.
And I'm a boomer.
And we really appreciate you guys being here with us. And we hopefully be on next week, but I don't want to.
Should be on next.
I don't want to take the pictures off the wall behind us yet because we need a background.
But we should start taking stuff down. We really should start taking stuff. The minute we start taking a lot of stuff down is when we'll realize, oh yeah, we're out of here.
Okay, so one more question for you.
What?
So what kind of cheese has holes in it?
Swiss.
Thank you.
And I have one more question for you.
Go ahead.
Why are you so mean?
They don't know what that question was about.
I know they don't, but you wanted to make sure you asked me on a live stream.
I love you so much.
I love you too.
Oh wait, I love you, daughter. Kiss me.
Don't call me that.
Some guy said, "Is that your daughter again?"
Where?
Way down the line, I just ignored it.
I can't. You guys, please stop. Where's your banner that says "Not my daughter"?
I think I took that down. Is it still there? Let me see. Someone else said, "Why are you doing that? We don't care." Oh, there it is.
There you go. Thank you. It really should come underneath me, though.
I can't move it over.
I know that supers don't do that. Yeah.
All right. So look, wait. Anna wrote, I had to look up, search for the cousin from Boston and found it.
Is that a show, TV show?
It's a commercial.
Oh, I was like, I don't know why you keep saying
It's
that.
it's a
I
commercial.
was just ignoring him as he kept saying that. We need Stanley's laugh on a ringtone. Yes.
All right, tell you what I'll do. I'm going to record my laugh. It got to be organic though.
Just make sure that your laugh also doesn't include your belch. Make sure it doesn't include your belch. That's all I gotta say. A belch-free laugh. Belch-free laugh, please.
This is my daughter.
No, I'm not. That's disgusting.
It's a Sammy Adams commercial.
That's disgusting. I can't.
This is my daughter or whom I sleep with. Now that makes it really terrible. No, it's not my daughter, guys.
You guys, that's horrible. I'm traumatized. Don't do that.
Actually, I'm her son. There we go.
Oh, so I got carded the other day, and he goes, "Why are you carding her? She's older than me." Oh yeah, really? Who in the right mind would believe I'm older than you?
We had a guy who believed it.
He believed I was a year younger than you.
That makes me older than you.
No,
do the math.
A year younger than
No, you were a year older than me.
No, younger.
I tell people all the time that she's actually older than me.
Who's gonna believe
she
that?
colors her gray, and some people will fall for it.
Oh.
So they go, well, then you need to show me your ID. Remember that one guy who made me show ID instead?
Yeah.
From Boston.
Oh, gosh. Okay, good night, guys. We'll see you next week.
God forbid we don't get washed away by the monsoons. What?
I'm dead.
What?
Bye, guys.
Thank you for listening to Millennial Boom with Diane Faith and Stanley Roberts. Millennial Boom and Reasons Why Aliens Will Never Invade Earth and Caught Misbehaving videos are made possible through viewer donations. Check out www.linktree.com/MrBadleyTV to see how you can help. See you next week.